You're tuned in to the Ross Tucker Football Podcast, guiding your gridiron journey, none other than your host, former NFL lineman, Ross Tucker.
Oh, yeah, it is. But it's not just any Ross Tucker Football Podcast. It is a Finish Strong Friday, presented, of course, by DraftKings. It's also a Picks Friday, where I make my picks straight up for every remaining game. Week, 11 in the National Football League? And it's a Winners Friday because Finish Strong Friday, you guys know how I feel about that. I want you all to finish the work week strong for your families so that tonight when you're having some Labatt Blue Lights, you feel good about what you accomplished for yourself and for your squad this week. Such a good feeling. You got to finish in life, whatever you're doing. And then it's a Winners Friday because I love those of you that go the extra mile. How about Adam Hatfield? I asked Jack for something a little bit creative, a little bit different, and Adam Hatfield posted a clip from the Alex Anzalone interview last week on the Detroit Lions Reddit, and a bunch of people watched it. So thank you, Adam. You exposed a bunch of new people to the Ross Tucker Football Podcast by putting a clip from our show on the Detroit Lions subreddit over at Reddit. That's great. I like it. Creative. Very cool. Email me, ross@rosstucker.com, and let me know if you want to sign press pass or if you have a preference for which press pass. And then obviously, if you'd like or a signed picture or whatever, I need your address too. The sponsor confirmation email winner is Jason, I always get this last name wrong, DiNatale, I think, DiNatally. He went, Jack, to westshorehome.com. I think it's westshorehome.com/Ross, right? And not only did he get, westshorehome.com/Ross. Not only, Jack, did he get the free consultation, which is great. He ordered it. He made a purchase, which is awesome. He's getting something redone. I can't remember. He sent me the email, ross@rosstucker.com, but that's amazing. westshorehome.com/Ross. You need new windows. You need new doors. And, of course, the new bathroom. I love it. westshorehome.com/Ross. That's terrific, Jason. And then, lastly, the YouTube shout-out, youtube.com/RossTuckerNFL. Matt H. I don't think he had the last name on there, just Matt H. And he said thank you for recognizing the vets. I think that was from, I don't know if that was from one of our shows, Jack, or if that was what I did during the Army Holy Cross game, but he thanked us for recognizing the vets. So, Matt, it is absolutely my pleasure. Let me know who you want the shout-out video for. Today's patron of the day shout-out goes to Jeff Cranston. Jeff, welcome to the family. Patreon.com/RTmedia. Again, make sure you go to the Tuckheads level and you'll get the shout out and you'll get access to the vaunted even money betting spreadsheet. It's Big Show time.
The Big Show.
All right, Ross. What was supposed to be a really exciting matchup ended up just being a injury and penalty fest on Thursday night as the Ravens were able to beat the Bengals, who lost Joe Burrow, 34-20.
You know, Jack, you just kind of took my stuff. That's exactly what I was going to say. Really disappointing. Such a bummer. I was so fired up for the game. And then it got off to a bad start. I mean, a good start for the Ravens. They're moving the ball down the field. They end up scoring a touchdown. But Mark Andrews, one of the top, 3 tight ends in the NFL, he goes down with a hip drop tackle. I'll say this too. Everybody's saying, oh, hip drop tackles, they got to outlaw them. I don't know how you outlaw that. I don't know how you outlaw that. I don't know in that situation how you want Logan Wilson to bring down a man that's 6'5", 255 pounds. I think sometimes we lose sight of the fact how hard it is to get these guys down on the ground, to tackle them. Like, this is not two-hand touch. You got to go and grab them and yank them with all your weight to get them down. Anyway, so that was Mark Andrews, and it sounds like after the game from John Harbaugh that he's done for the season, which is just a brutal, devastating loss for the Ravens. He's one of their best players. It's awful. Lamar even got banged up on a tackle by Logan Wilson, but he was able to stay in there. Almost as disappointing as the injuries was the officiating. I mean, Zay Flowers had an awesome catch and run that was really started by an incredible block by Odell Beckham Jr., which I loved. You know, he's a big name guy. He's a veteran guy. The unselfishness on that block. And then they called a hold. His hands were inside. He was pushing Awuzie away. There was like maybe a split second where he got some cloth. But guess what? If you're inside the framework of the body, that's legal. A lot of people on social media evidently don't know that. Just terrible. Now, fortunately, it was like a ball don't lie situation, Jack, because later on the drive, Pratt, the linebacker, tipped the ball right to Aguilar, who was coming across the field, and he went in for a touchdown. I love ball don't lie situations when there's a bad officiating move there. But then, then Burrow throws a touchdown pass to Joe Mixon. Nice, easy pass. Can't grip the ball afterwards. Dr. Chow, Pro Football Doc, SportsInjuryCentral.com, SixScore.com, thinks he has an ulnar nerve issue. I don't know how long that'll be. Then there's a terrible pass interference penalty against the Bengals at the end of the first half. I mean, not even close to pass interference. Those guys are taught, Jack, that clear and obvious is what you have to throw a flag. They were not doing that. Led to a Ravens score. Cam Taylor-Britt gets hurt. Browning didn't play great, the backup quarterback for the Bengals. Lamar, I thought, played pretty well. The Bengals still giving up too many explosive plays. Bengals in a really tough spot, and the Ravens got a much-needed win. All right, so it's Friday, and a lot of you probably have plans, but maybe you don't. Maybe you want to go to a college game tomorrow. Maybe you want to go to something hockey or NBA. Maybe you want to go to a concert. Maybe you want to go to an NFL game. The easiest way to do it is to make sure, like I do, you have the Game Time app on your phone. It is awesome. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the start of the event. You can literally see the vantage point for the tickets you'd be purchasing. That's the key. And, of course, the Game Time guarantee means you'll always get the best price. So if you find tickets in the same section or row for less, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code ROSS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply, so again, create an account and redeem code ROSS for $20 off. Download Game Time today, last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
Want to know which team is going to win every single game on Sunday? Then listen up.
All right, Ross, we'll start. Dallas Cowboys are at the Carolina Panthers.
They are, and of course I like the Cowboys, and I do think that they would be a good survivor pick if any of you are still in your suicide pools or whatever. There's so many names for that. How many names are those names could we name? Suicide, survivor, knockout.
Pick 'em.
Pick 'em.
Oh,
Yeah. You think?
Oh, I mean, it's on the border.
I've never heard pick 'em for like this type of pool. At any rate, Cowboys would be a pretty good pick. You know, they typically smash bad teams like this, although they did have that time where they went to Arizona and lost, which was a really bad loss for the Cowboys when you look at like playoff seeding and trying to win the division and all that. I think they come out and take care of business. Probably 31-13, Cowboys.
Your survivor / knockout / whatever you call it, pick of the week.
We will move forward to an AFC North battle where we got the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, we do. Really looking forward to this game. Interestingly, it looks like to me, Jack, is there no lineup for it right now? Oh, no, there is. I just couldn't find it. So the Browns are still favored, but only by 1 point now. They were favored by 4 on the Tuesday Even Money podcast. So here we are. The Deshaun Watson news was worth 3 points. That's interesting. Deshaun Watson worth 3 points compared to Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Do I dare do it, Jack? Do I dare take the Browns to still win with Thompson-Robinson? I can't do it. I mean, that would be amazing, but they're down both offensive tackles against TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith. They're down Nick Chubb. Now they're down Watson. You got a rookie making his second start. Steelers going to win the game, right? It'll be a close game late. So I'm taking Tomlin and Kenny Clutch late in the game over Stefanski and a rookie quarterback. I don't think there's a lot of points in this one. 16-13 Pittsburgh, and evidently that's an underdog.
Ross's Underdog of the Week.
We'll go from the AFC North to the NFC North. We've got the Bears at the Lions.
I like the Lions. I don't think the Bears are very good. I don't think they'll play very well. I don't think Fields will play very well. You know, it's tough when you've been out for that long. You know, like you kind of lose the speed of the game a little bit. I said this on yesterday's show, but they're kind of going out of their way to say he's not really 100%, trying to get the built-in excuse ready in case he performs poorly, which will probably happen. Lions are going to get to 8-2, man. The Detroit Lions. Unbelievable. I'll take Detroit 24-16. 24-16 Lions. And I feel like I'm even kind of giving the Bears the benefit of the doubt there.
Next, we've got the Los Angeles Chargers are at the Green Bay Packers.
San Diego Superchargers. San Diego Chargers. Let me see you try to do that one, Jack.
Oh, God. San Diego Superchargers. San Diego Chargers.
Oh, man. See, Brian never wanted to like play along with stuff like this. I love it. I can just have you do things that make me laugh. Oh, man. Laughing is so good for the soul. I needed that. That was amazing. Jack, I might call you later today just to have you say, Chargers. So good. I like the Chargers to win the game. I think they're the better team, clearly have the better quarterback. Feels like a pretty big swing game for both these teams, right? I mean, I think the Packers kind of already know they're out of it, but if they win this to get to 4-6, they could fool themselves into thinking that they're still in the mix. The Chargers lose this to get to 4-6, then Staley's on borrowed time. This is a must-win game for the LA Chargers. They got to win it. They will win it. Packers defense has been playing pretty decent, so I'll say probably cold up there. 23-18 for shout out. Somebody said we got one of them right, Jack, when I was doing the 18s and the 19s last week. One of them ended with 18 or 19, and they were like, somebody was like, dude, you were right on that one. So there you go, 23-18.
Nothing warms my heart more than a game when it comes into the season, you don't think it's going to be that great, and that turns out to be a really good matchup. Arizona Cardinals to Houston Texans.
It's a great point. I'm so fired up about this game. Cardinals have Kyler Murray back, and they got James Conner back. Texans obviously have the rookie sensation that is C.J. Stroud. I'll take I'm really tempted to take the Cardinals, man. Really tempted. But, you know, I keep feeling like the Texans are going to have like a back-to-earth game, which I guess they had already when they lost that game at Carolina. How do you lose to Carolina, Houston? Come on. I don't think they'll lose at home to the Cardinals. That'd be a really impressive win for the Cardinals, but Texans win this one, man. They're 6-4. Texans might be going to the playoffs. Playoffs? Jack, say playoffs.
Playoffs.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. All right, Texans. I feel like there's going to be a lot of points in this one. I'm going to go Texans 28, Arizona 27. Awesome game.
Tennessee Titans are at the Jacksonville Jaguars.
But first, I'm hungry, Jack. And when I'm hungry, I order on DoorDash. Just like if the game goes to timeout, you order on DoorDash. Halftime, ordering time, 2-minute warning. You probably understand this, but that's your cue to order in. Get everything you want delivered while you root for your squad. Burgers, fries, drinks, you name it. And if you have a Dash Pass membership, you can get the new Wendy's loaded nacho cheeseburger delivered. Yeah, right now, the loaded nacho cheeseburger is exclusively available with Dash Pass at participating U.S. Wendy's for a limited time. You got to have something to wash it down, Jack. So get some Labatt Blue Lights. Love meeting the Labatt Blue Light folks last Monday in Buffalo because I love drinking Labatt Blue Light and living life to the power of we. Always enjoy responsibly beer. Labatt USA, Buffalo, New York.
Your thoughts on the game?
I didn't know if you had teed me up enough, if you had teed me up already.
I did.
Titans, Jags? Jack?
Yes, Titan Jags.
Yeah, Jags. Jags, this is another one of those, like, they have to win this game. You can't lose this game at home to the Titans. I do think the Titans will perform better than they did last week in Tampa. That was disappointing. I'm expecting a bounce-back performance from Levis and the Titans offense, but not enough to get the win. I'll go Jacksonville. I feel like the Titans defense has not been as great lately. I'm going to go Jacksonville 24, Tennessee 19. Shout out for the guy that wants the uneven numbers. No, 25-19. Shout out to the guy that wants the uneven numbers. Jaguars win.
Next is a game that's very near and dear to my heart, a rematch of the 1973 AFC Championship. The Raiders are at the Dolphins.
You've never seen that game.
Well, the 70s.
How do you even know what happened?
Well, I just know. Well, my first jersey as a kid growing up was a Paul Warfield Dolphins jersey. So
Wait,
I know the.
Where'd you just pull that out of?
I had it in a box in the attic last night, and I forgot about it, and I thought about it, I'm like, I gotta bring this up.
You knew that I was gonna like tee you up and that you could show that?
Well, I've manufactured it. I brought up the 1973 AFC Championship.
Yeah, you did manufacture it. But wait a minute, Paul Warfield? Who got you that jersey and why and how?
It was my dad's jersey, so like it just became mine. Like I just like it was like the first
your dad
one.
Like
that was
the
really
Dolphins?
He just picked a random team. He's an Eagles, but like I don't know though. He doesn't even remember how he really even got it. Just he got it. He was like 15. So I just had.
That's amazing, dude. You should rock that jersey sometimes.
I don't have it was meant for a 13-year-old kid. It's like a kid's medium. I could not pull that off anymore.
Schmedium. I'm taking the Dolphins in the game. I'm surprised by the point spread. The Dolphins are 13.5-point favorites. Wow. That sounds like a lot to me right now. 13.5 points. But I think everybody's thinking what Fezzik was thinking in the Even Money podcast on Tuesday, which is that Dolphins off a bye, the Raiders kind of flying high a little bit, come back down to earth in this one. I don't know. I'll go Dolphins 31, Raiders 19. 31-19 Dolphins. Probably a good one to lock up. Survivor pick, Jack.
Your Survivor / knockout / whatever you call it, pick of the week.
Next week on NFC East battle, the Giants are at the Commanders.
The G-Men. I like the Commanders. I like Sam Howell. I didn't realize he leads the NFL in passing yardage. That's incredible. Good for him. They might not need it. Usually it's because they're coming from behind. They might not need it against DeVito and the Giants. How did the Giants have 2 wins? Wait, they beat the Commanders the last time these teams played each other. That's nuts. I can't believe that. That will not happen in this game. Commanders 27, Giants 9.
Next, we've got the battle for John Lynch. The Buccaneers are at the 49ers.
By the way, you can probably lock up the Commanders. You probably haven't used them this year, so that'd be a good one to lock up. I like the Niners. They felt like they got back on a roll again against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now they're at home. They're feeling better about themselves. Bucs have been competitive, and I think they'll be competitive for a while in this one before they ultimately fall. I'll go 26-18 Niners.
Next is the New York Jets are at the Buffalo Bills.
I'll go Bills. I don't know. I mean, they're going to get the fired coordinator boost, if you will. So I'll go Bills to win the game. I don't think there's a lot of points in this one, though. Not the way the Jets have been playing D and not the way the Jets have been playing O. This will be like an ugly 16-8 win for the Bills. 16-8.
Seattle Seahawks are at the Los Angeles Rams.
Interesting one because Stafford will be back for the Rams. Obviously, that gives them a pretty decent boost. The Seahawks got to be like, you got to be kidding me. We lost to you in the opener because Stafford came out and played great. Now we got, he comes back for our game, but he's back, and that'll give the Rams a boost. I'm not sure it's enough of a boost to beat the Seahawks, although, the Seahawks haven't exactly been playing great right now. They've lost some games they shouldn't. Even like the games they've won have probably been closer than they should be. I'm going to take the Seahawks, but I don't know that I feel great about it. 24-23 Seattle.
Minnesota Vikings are at the Denver Broncos.
The Minnesota Vikings. Say it, Jack.
The Minnesota Vikings.
Not bad. You don't say it like you mean it like I do. What I also mean is that we're getting to the fourth quarter of the podcast. And the fourth quarter, that's where the magic happens in football. It's where games are won, where champions are made. In business, it's where sales teams become legends. That's why HubSpot built Sales Hub, to give sales reps the deal-making tools they need to win their Q4. Sales Hub's prospecting workspace organizes your schedule, goals, and to-do list in one place to save your team precious fourth quarter time. Smart Sequences help sales reps close deals faster than ever. So get ready to dominate Q4 with Sales Hub. Learn more at HubSpot.com/sales. This is going to be a juicy game. I'm going to take the Broncos. They've been playing much better on defense, I feel like. And I love Dobbs, but I don't think he's going to I don't envision the Vikings winning 6 games in a row or whatever it is. Give me the Broncos in a close one. Good game, fun game. Probably like 20-19, 19-17, Denver.
And we'll wrap things up with Monday Night Football. Philadelphia Eagles are at the Kansas City Chiefs.
Are you feeling like the buzz is there for like the 2 best teams in the NFL and Super Bowl rematch and all that?
I feel like it will be there. I feel like a lot of the focus right now, I mean, just in Philly, but just like in general, it's like a lot of the focus is on Thursday night because that's a big matchup. And I think once we get through that, then it'll start building up a lot more.
Yeah, and then all day Monday, it'll be like that's all anybody will be talking about. Doesn't happen very often, Jack. I'm picking the Chiefs to win. I'm picking against the Philadelphia Eagles. Andy Reid has been so good after a bye historically in his career. The Eagles are still kind of beat up. We'll see who they have available and not Monday night, but we know they won't have Dallas Goedert. I think that's a pretty big loss for what they do offensively. And the Eagles have struggled in the pass defense the last couple games, and I'll believe that they fixed it when I see it going against Mahomes and the Chiefs. I like the Chiefs to win this game, and I think it's probably, I'm going to say 23-20. The Chiefs get it done at home. Speaking of getting it done, hope you guys have an awesome, awesome weekend. Love those of you that check out my game. I got Coastal Carolina at Army noon Eastern time Saturday, CBS Sports Network. Other than that, I think we're done here.
Thanks for tuning in to the Ross Tucker Football Podcast. Make sure to also check out Even Money, Fantasy Feast, and College Draft, all on the DraftKings Network, YouTube, or subscribe to the podcast on your favorite platform.
Shout outs to myfrontpagestory.com. Have you at least gone and checked it out? Do you even know what it looks like? Do you even know why I am so high on it? Myfrontpagestory.com. Backofficescheduler.com. Go-Bengals.com. Steakhousesports.com. HumanHeadNYC.com. Sporticulture. And Pizza Boy Brewing.